Welcome to the Freddy Chico show. Appreciate everyone that's in early or on time, as I always say. D. Smalls, Walter, Patricia, Lizandra, Melvin, Eric. I cannot wait to hear the testimonies today based on some of the comments I've seen on the post. Um, it's going to be an awesome night. I'm just going to go ahead and claim that right now before we get started. And if y'all don't mind doing me a favor, hit that share button so we can get this started. We wouldn't want anybody to miss the opportunity to shout praises to men today. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Um, I appreciate your support. And definitely appreciate the show. Great show you did today. Um, and definitely learned something today. I don't sugarcoat things, so I appreciate what, even in response to my being silly, you still had seasoned words for me. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. You know, um, we have different people for different jobs. It's like everyone got ejected. I'm also, like you said, I'm on YouTube testing it out tonight. It looks like it's not bogging the system down. So if y'all do not have Facebook acting right or whatnot, you can bounce over to YouTube, and I'm going to get Instagram up and loaded to see if anybody is there. The young folks, you know how they do. Um, all right, so Instagram is up now as well. Um, that is pretty much it. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't do the invites to certain people. I wanted to see if they'll get in. Welcome back. Welcome back, D Smalls. You was in here for a second. You know, appreciate you coming back. Jason is in the building. Appreciate you, nephew. You know we're gonna get in on this one. So had a lot of people, claim they have love for men, but their actions don't speak on it. This is gonna expose some people. You know, it shouldn't be that difficult to answer the question that I have for the topic tonight. Why are men so awesome? That's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. Is that Lasandra? Lasandra's in the building. Appreciate you coming through. I know you say you're gonna be in and out. Appreciate you taking the time to come in. Um, do me a favor and click like and share, especially to all those Bible scholars and holy rollers that say they know the word and all that good stuff. They should have plenty to say about how awesome men are, since they know the scripture so well. And so you can get to play. Um, oh yeah, you was in the what tunnel you were in? Talking about going from um Manhattan to Bronx or something. I don't know. Um, hold on one second. So I'm talking about. Yeah, I thought that was Cuba. What's going on, Cuba? We're awesome because we made it in God's image and given us image, not imagine, given special authority. Definitely. Appreciate that, D Smalls. Um, okay, I was right. Um, let's see who's in here. And so I appreciate the words on the comments, Lasandra. You definitely led the way today. And so I definitely like to give credit where credit is due. Brian, what's going on? So I see you coming in. Like I said, I'm also on YouTube as well and Instagram. Oh, there he is. Brian. I see you kind of checked in on Instagram as well. My bad. I had the screen up. It was blocking the words and all that. Um, yeah. I got y'all got to school me on the Instagram and how it works. All these like, um, you can actually do filters on this crap while you're live. I don't know if I want to do all that. That's too much. Um, but so like I said, I want to give y'all an opportunity to share y'all reasons for why men are so awesome, and then I am going to share something with you guys. Definitely sent some invites to some pastors. Autocorrect got you, you know. But let me help y'all out. I'm gonna start y'all off with this. This is something I wrote myself um, concerning men and the lack of it in the church or lack of it in just the world today as far as um, advertising commercials, things like that. Men, you are awesome. You are intelligent. You are unique, and you are valued. Um, those are four important attributes that men need to know, need to hear. You know, we have those memes that say, "Hey, um, the lion when does the lion ever get asked, are they okay? They're so strong in the image. Does anyone ever ask the lion, do they need some help? Are they good? You know, um, if I ever wanted to, give them a task, ask them to open up some doors or something. Patricia says, um, men were appointed by God to be the head of the family. Yes, I agree. That's what the scripture says. Um, do we believe that? Because what does it mean when you say God said you're the head of the family? Does that mean the second in command can challenge that authority? Oops, not the toe steppers. Um, and I have some scriptures, so I know it's not Monday, but I'm gonna hit you with some scriptures as well. Um, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you be strong and courageous? Do not be frightened. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I'm sure my Bible scholars know that. Um, yeah, nope, only advice. Yeah. Um, but some people don't understand that, there can only be one head. And there's these paper heads where it's like, oh, I'll let you be the head until I don't like what you say, and then I'm gonna pull that authority away from you and take over when I feel like it or it's convenient for me. Or they'll make statements like he thinks he's in charge, but I'm the one that really runs the show, and then wonder why they're in dysfunction. Uh, i.e., why I asked the question on your show, Patricia. You know, if people are saying the word cannot be altered or I think um, I think it was altered. I think you said some start with an F, but if it's the unadulterated truth and there's nothing that's been changed by man, why is there so much of the scripture that's ignored? And I'm not talking about the part-time Christian. I'm talking about the one that knows all 66 books by heart. You know, and when they get to First Timothy, they get amnesia. You know, Ron Sanders, what's going on? Talking about awesome men today. What say you, homie? Wait, on this one I don't see that. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at both of these because some of these are not coming all the way through. Maybe that's why I looked on just. Oh, I see it. I apologize. There's for some reason some of these comments are not coming through. Jason, my nephew, men are awesome because we have the ability to adapt and mold to any situation. We symbolize strength. I'm talking about it. Let me heart that one up there. Sorry, I did not see that. For some reason, it's not showing me all the comments on my central view. So I gotta look at the secondary joint. Bear with me. He said, I thank God for the women who represented on the post. I do ask why did the topic get so many laugh emojis and other weird responses. That's true, Walter. And you know the answer to that question, but I know you're trying to, put it out there for people to answer. Jason, what's going on, sir? But I did notice that as well, you know, because it's to me, I think, trying to cover up their angst and their insecurities about not wanting to give men any kind of praise because they're still salty about some bad choice they made. You said it's messing up on your phone as well. Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't see that comment on this one. I gotta look at both of them here. So forgive me for having to, you know, switch screens and switch views as I'm looking at three different screens. Um, you said Freddy folk corrupt the word to shoot them. It's the people who are flawed, not the word. Gotcha. Flawed. That was the word I couldn't think of. Flawed. Um, because you got different versions where the popular atheist comment on the Bible is that King James was of that lifestyle, and so he changed the word to fit his desires as king. Chillin' Jason, um, men are awesome who accept their responsibilities and know how to handle different situations the manly way. Being a real man is one of the most important things in this world. Got you. Now I'm gonna ask you because I don't know if that's where you're going with this, Ron. Because I know there's a lot of Tyler Perry haters out there, or Tyler Perry fans who are man haters. Who that's what me and Walter were talking about earlier. They laugh at this statement because they can't get themselves to actually be 100% praising man. They got to throw some salt in there as well. That when you are saying that who accept their responsibilities, is that a jab or you're trying to separate something um, to do what exactly? Because how somebody like, y'all need to say something about helping better women or something, or they're not going to be okay with it. In an era of false feminism, men need to know that they are a vital component in the humanity and family structure as a whole, not what these popular groups are making men out to be. Exactly. Um, Homosexuality is all through the Bible, so I'm not sure how King James' train of thought makes sense. Exactly, because I'm like, if he was supposedly of that lifestyle, wouldn't he snatch all that out of there? So, I mean, it wouldn't take long to do. But if you don't think, that will make sense, and you repeat it to other people. Oh yeah, that's why we shouldn't do this. And then there's the people that are for him that are like so passionate about the King James version that no other version is right. It's only this one. Because of what? Have you ever did you ever meet King James? Um, some women are so damaged and hasn't healed, so they see all men as being jokes. That's a nice way to put it, Lysandra. Appreciate that. You know, you said because they never had a good man in their lives or a good father. Um, that too. That too. Or um, they like that image because I believe there's a lot of women and men because I had to dismiss one today. Y'all would not believe how this clown. He'd been a friend for a long time on Facebook, at least 3 or 4 years, and I had to dismiss him today. But there's so many people that have a good father, but still make these stories because they like the attention they get from claiming that they don't have a good father. And this both men and women. I know men that have good fathers, but they like the attention of, man, my father didn't get me that GI Joe I wanted. Get over it. You know what I mean? Some kind of garbage. Um, let's see. Okay, so I gotta look at this one. Um, I know for facts that they're good men, so I don't use my hurt to down men. Thank you, Lysandra. If only more thought that way, or if only more were more vocal about how they think, because more women, or there are less women that are like you that will actually be vocal about it. There's a lot of women that feel this way and know this, but they won't say it. You know, for many reasons. King James just want his name on it to feel important. The evidence of the Bible that existed before King James that was found after the King James, so King James didn't alter it. He didn't even read it like that. Mm, okay. No jab, Freddie. Well, I meant we all have responsibilities, but being a man to itself, an awesome thing. Some women will think otherwise because of what you said earlier, but there are a lot of good men out here. Yeah, and so I just wanted to check with you, Ron, because similar to a perfect example, Mother's Day versus Father's Day. They won't have no kind of qualifiers for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, all you wonderful mothers out there making sacrifices and all that crap. At no point do they go, Happy Mother's Day for all the mothers that actually do what they're supposed to do. But on Father's Day, Trust and believe they're gonna be saying, "Oh, yeah, happy Father's Day if you're doing what you're supposed to, if you're paying your child support, if you in your child's life, all these qualifiers, and think that that's supposed to be the same. It isn't. Just if you didn't know, um, some women have been so miseducated they fail to even know what a good man is. Is their view that's skewed? I agree. I agree, Patricia. I appreciate that. Some corny guys had issue with this topic. Definitely some corny guys, and I'll speak on that a little bit. Aishan, what's going on, sir? We should uplift, not tear down, even in our young men. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because I don't think anybody. People want to say, "Oh, women are so much more spiritual than men." It's like, nah. If you got a institution kissing your behind, kissing the men's behind, there'll be just as many men in there. Just saying. People want to hear something that's nice. You know what I mean? And that's why people say there's so many people at Joel Osteen Church because he says stuff that's nice, and people want to go there to hear something nice. Yes, because they've been mentally castrated. Yep, they have been their testicles have been removed and put in a white purse. You know, men also there are young boys being trained to see men as second class instead of seeing men and women as equitable. That's it right there. Had a guy, he made a comment saying, which I've never seen it. So y'all help me, and maybe I'm the only one that hasn't seen this. He made a comment that there's so many people that are not saying men need to change their character, that they're only saying women need to change their choices. And I'm like, I see it in reverse. I'm always seeing, men need to change their character. It's not the women's fault that they make these bad choices. It's these bad men that have bad character issues. So he's male bashing. And so I said, I actually hear the reverse. Oh, why do you hate women? But he don't see himself as hating men by saying the opposite of that. What's going on, Bo? I appreciate you. I need to hear you talk about your photography extraordinaire. Um, I think a couple people were saying you cut their hair and nobody does it better. Keep them lined up right. Um, Peace, Aishan. Yes, definitely. I want to hear y'all. I need to hear some testimonies. Talk about whether it's your father. Something that you want to that you are willing to share that is not being told out there. Too many Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey's, Dog and Men. Let's talk about what men do that is awesome. That's a benefit to mankind, humanity, and all that good stuff. Um, so you just try to send. Okay, look at your mainstream songs already. That say how women and all their flaws are beautiful, which is true. But when they do the opposite to men, for guys, no, they would not. I just try to send those young men in the right direction. Um, Definitely. Like there's an Xfinity commercial that shows the father's not even control of the dinner table. The mom's got to do something with the Wi-Fi and it shuts everybody's cell phone down, and then all of a sudden they can have dinner together. Not because the guy took charge, because the woman took charge. Um, those kind of things. I'm pretty sure he was awesome, and you represent him every day, Lizandra. Know that. Which is another thing that these bitter women and men fail to see is that they represent this ongoing image that men are terrible. He said these corny guys are channeling their inner Stephen A. Smith for real. That dude is a clown, you know. And I've talked to some people. I mean, like I said, I rubbed shoulders with Bone Crusher yesterday, and as I told him, it's like I don't care if I'm talking to a celebrity or someone who isn't. I don't change my vocabulary. You know, um, I don't know that person. Um, that He said he was a great person, friend, uncle, brother, dad of all it. Okay. Um, Okay, so I'm supposed to be discreet right now, but my new love teaches me, protects me, covers and encourages, and dang, I could go on and on. But he truly is an amazing God, loving man. Take it slow over there, full of love and courage. Okay, what's going on, Crystal? Appreciate you coming in. Um, ain't nothing wrong with being discreet. Take your time and no rush, Patricia. A lot of brothers won't speak negative about women because they're afraid of the backlash. And yeah, and see, and that's the thing I told Bone Crushers. Like, there's no fear in me, man, woman, or child. No one put fear in my heart. While it still thumps, you can come see me. Um, that it's just amazing, especially in the church, how many men are scary like that, Aishan. That don't make sense to me. And they'll actually be brave to try to step to me than to step to these females that got them castrated. That makes no sense. Because I promise you, I'll put you on your back before these females will. You know, like I said to some, you can catch these saved hands. You know, don't get it twisted. Um, I admire solid men nowadays because in this day and time, man is not allowed to have an opinion on anything relevant without a ton of groups going after that man. That is a lot to take on. Oh yeah, I mean, I said I've been in situations where there's been hundreds, if not even thousands of men, quiet as a mouse, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna speak it. If this is my last day, this is my last day. But you're gonna know I'm speaking the truth every time I open my mouth. And then after the meeting, I'd get the people to come to me and say, "Hey, I appreciate you saying that, because I agree with you. Why didn't you stand up when I was in there by myself? Like, that don't make sense." Um, Oops, I forgot I shared this post. Okay. Um, Welcome Yolanda with the E. That's awesome. I better stop saying questionable stuff to you on this show. My bad. To what Patricia said. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't. You don't be flirting with her. You know what I'm saying? She's spoken for. If you're a poo poo person, that's just what it is. I have no tolerance for weak men. Be strong and good courage. I respect your courage. I appreciate that. Um, Ryan, 3 minutes. Okay. Joe, what's going on? I see you snuck in here, and welcome back, Cuba. Um, Where it doesn't even have to be negative, though. It can be something truthful, and men will get exiled. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Doesn't have to be um an, disrespectful or insulting or what have you. It can just be telling the truth. I don't cheat. I can't believe he said that. Now all these females are feeling some kind of way. Just because I didn't pick your stank behind. Is Patricia still here? um, yeah, he is a trip, Patricia. You talking about he complete trip? You're good and loves confident and powerful. He knows my heart is his. Period. Okay. Um, I hear you, Sean. You said you should have worded different. When I say negative, I meant something that goes against the grain and is perceived as negative to the masses because they haven't heard it. I go back to when I was mentoring kids in the inner city. It is um, it was weird to teach a kid something, and you could see it in their eyes, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And give them about a week, they pick up really quick, fast learners, but it's like they had never heard that before. You know, it was all new to them, and that's sad. You heard Stank. um, he said that's how you looked at your papa. Gotcha. Um, or your pawpaw, as they say in the South. My pawpaw for for grandfather. Um, but um, but let me share a little bit more while y'all are giving your input. Um, Psalms 1, 1 through 3. Let's see. Sorry. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seats of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaves does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. Which you will never see on any Tyler Perry movie or any Steve Harvey crappy, segment, because in their eyes, men are dumb and evil and wicked, and you gotta think evil to be a man, kind of thing. This is what the word says. But all these Bible scholars, you won't hear that come out their mouth. You know, um, but they say they know the word. Okay, so now this one's acting up, and this one's okay. Joe says, I don't cheat. I believe in that. I appreciate you, man. Men are awesome, phenomenal. A man that makes time for his woman. A man that has his stuff together. A man that can take care, that take the necessary steps to take care of things. Yes, that's an awesome, phenomenal man. Nothing like a praying man. A man that's on fire for the Lord. A man that takes care of his responsibilities. And the woman is not that. But anyway, that's my little 2 cents on that. A man that have a kingdom mindset. A man that leads his family to Christ. Many men are awesome for many different reasons, and it don't always get much credit for it. I agree on that, but all salute all men that take care of things and keeping God first and foremost. Not so much that last one, but yes, I do agree. We don't get that much credit. My father was a great man who loved and protected and provided and cared for us. He loved us and beat our butts when we needed it. Yes, because love is not always chicken nuggets and fries. It's a foot in your behind. He was definitely the head of the house. Awesome. This is not a women bash, but men, real men, are important because there are too many kids growing up without a man in their life, and men are needed as examples to counter that. I agree. Perfect example. When my daughter was in second grade, third grade, um, I had walked past a cafeteria that had um, people for after school care waiting for their parents to come pick them up. And this lady was screaming at the top of her lungs, sit down, sit down, sit down. She said it the fourth time. It aggravated me. I walked in there, said, sit down once. Everybody sat down. And a group of girls started crying. All they was said at once, you know. And I had a group of little boys crying too. But she had been there screaming the whole time. I'm not a teacher, but that effect is different. And not bragging, but it's what happened. Um, he said, "Can you define a man in your words? The world most likely has a different definition." I agree. They're not going to understand what I'm talking about, what a man is. And I'm going to borrow what Patricia and others have said. And D. Smalls, a man is a um, of course, the head of household. He's the head. He's a lion. He's courageous. He's brave. He's intelligent. He's caring. He's loving. Um, he has wisdom. Not only knowledge, but wisdom. The knowledge applied. Um, Sense of humor. All them good things. Not me, a man. um, and he likes women. Yeah, I didn't catch that last part. But I did the same thing at my daughter's school. All I did was stand in the door and the room got quiet. Exactly. You know what I mean? And and it's crazy because that's not what I intended to do, or that was not my plan. But there's so much of these I don't need no man type mentality that when it blows up in their face, they don't take responsibility for making this culture. They blame us. Like that was y'all bed y'all made. I didn't make that bed. Um, and for different reasons. So it's not like men are so much better than women. So I'm not saying that at all. but we have value we're just as good as women. I am saying that. I make sure to encourage and support my love. I am his peace, not his grief. Big. I had to heart that one up. I like that. You are his peace, not his grief. We shouldn't have to fight battles in the world and then come home and fight battles at home. I'm just saying. If y'all are married, I'm not. Well, that's another topic about shacking or what have you. Matter of fact, I might make that one of the Mondays. We're gonna talk about shacking and the distorted view on that. Um, okay, this one's acting right now. My grandfather was also a phenomenal man. He was a leader. He was the head of household. He taught me what a real man truly looked like. I saw my grandfather work hard. He was in the army. Good stuff. Cool. He would work out in the yard. He taught me how. He taught me that how to pray. Wow, because that's something that's not really. That's not an image that's given of a man teaching a daughter or a granddaughter how to pray. It's usually some grandmother or big mama doing all the you know leadership kind of stuff. He encouraged. Oh, I'm sorry, Walter, and that too. He is a leader, not a follower. He's a leader. That is a man to me. Um, he encouraged you to see a man's heart. Your grandfather had so much courage and knowledge. He was a true example of a great man to me. Your grandfather is your hero. Gotta heart that one up. I like that. Appreciate that, Yolanda. And when you get married, you can give him a piece. See, I shouldn't even have read that. You got me, Walter. I shouldn't have even read that. I teach women to stop bashing their children's father because the child needs the father just as much as the mother. I agree. In some stages, the child will need the father even more than the mother. Um, yeah, depending on the son or the daughter, and vice versa. There's times when the mother is needed more than the father for the son or the daughter. Like there's things that as my daughter who is now 13 gets older, hey, that go to your mother, go to your mother on that. That's not my expertise. When you have something dealing with health, healthcare kind of things, and medically, that's me. But yeah, the internal stuff that I ain't got no business talking about or have no experience in or life experience in, yeah, go to your mother. Latanya, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you coming through. We're talking about why are men so awesome. So I want to hear what you got to say about that one, Miss Loving of some men, Latanya. Um, Yes, he is sick in the head, ain't he, Patricia? I uplift my man each and every day. You encourage him. You're a cheerleader. That is awesome. Let him know each day how important it is to keep a firm foundation. Got to heart that one up too, Yolanda. You on the roll over here. Um, you said you co-signed. You said exactly my point, Freddie. Appreciate that. Um, Latanya, welcome, welcome. Yeah, movies make the men out to be heathens. Like there's no, we the only time we're actually any good is when we're feminine as I don't know what. Um, we can't be manly and good. They don't match well. Because matter of fact, I was just having this conversation with my wife the other day. I don't really like the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate because ultimately it's teaching the guy was bad, did all these turmoil or go through all these hoops to get Lynn Whitfield, and then after he gets with her, then he forgets about her, even though she's like, "Look, I ain't trying to mess with you if you ain't serious," just to almost die and then realize he should have been with the other girl in the first place, and so he gets the good girl, even though he was a piece of crap the whole movie. Yeah, I don't like that crap. Um, She did, but we already know Andrea is gonna, like how they say if you put some holy water on something and start burning. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think Andrea is gonna be able to, you know, utter wonderful things about men, even though that's what she claims she wants. I'm saying that's my opinion. You don't have to take it. You don't have to agree, but we'll see. Derek, what's going on, sir? You know, your boy Bo was in here a second ago. Um, he said they was the first to be here. Are we talking about men? The devil is cunning, destroy the head, and the body will fall. It's really not complicated. It sure brings much needed light to the enemy's plan. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. That is the goal. They are strong, caring, and loving. Thank you, Latanya. Thank you for your contribution. Can't forget about that dude, Derek Jackson. Exactly. He's such a clown. It's not even funny. When people start tagging me and stuff, I don't even watch it. It's like whatever the tablet is, I read that and that's it because his voice is so annoying that he sounds like a female, an angry female who wants likes, you know. And I believe he's married to a white female, but his target audience is bitter black women. Um, Thin line was a double negative. I agree. Um, we're talking about why are men so awesome, Derek? You know, you have testimonies of your father, uncle, um, family, friends. What attributes make men awesome with no qualifiers. Not if you're doing your job or whatever kind of stuff. No, why are men awesome? Because when they say in the scripture says there's no greater love than to give your life for a friend. How many soldiers or how many people know that guy that stepped in front of that danger for a friend? That is a awesome quality to have. Because I would say in retrospect to that, there's so many people that would dog men out but then expect to have their protection when they're in danger. Like, no, keep that same energy you had when I was the dog. Even when you um, um, false accusing me of being a dog, keep that same energy and defend yourself. You know, Tay Mack, what's going on? Jay Johnson, I appreciate it. Derek Jackson, yeah, he's a cornball. You could YouTube this dude, but he's a clown that like kisses women's behind, and everything is like the women are so great and men are so bad just to get likes. Um, but his name is Derek Jackson. He's some YouTube star. But there's this post that people, I think a couple of people might be in here that I posted talking about um, we need to be alert for other women out here that might be in danger of getting snatched up. I'm like, nah, I have a family to take care of. I ain't worried about that. Because they're the same ones that talk about, I'll let you open the door for me. Like I'm this sky cap and their doorman. Nah, keep that same energy. Norma, I've already, tabbed her as anytime I put a topic on, she's going to say, you should change the topic to something else. There's not one topic she's not said that. So I'm like, it's really irrelevant what she says because a lot of that stuff she says, she doesn't come on here to even explain it. And then she talks about like some mystical, you know, spaceships, spiritual, something else where it's like, have no idea, like, she might be high or something. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I saw when she said that, but um, he said I have issues. Nah. Um, where's Tay Mac at? I hope she didn't leave before saying what she thinks men are awesome for. And you, Jay, I see you in here. Go ahead. You have the the floor to. Yeah, it's not Jackson JCK. It's like JAXN. But yeah, you know who we're talking about, Derek. Um, Not to be confused with you, but yeah, he's a clown. Um, but yes, I want to hear these testimonies of why men are so awesome. You know what I mean? See, now that one's acting up. See, like I got to go back and forth because these two screens, I'm not seeing all the comments. So I apologize. And shoot, I didn't even check YouTube. See if anybody, nope, ain't nobody on there yet. So YouTube, I got to work on getting you up there. Yeah. Um, but we're going to get there with YouTube. Real men are needed to counter toxic male chivalry. Yeah, that one clown. I appreciate you saying that on there. Um, Male and female oppressors and more. Real men are champions for balance, growth, etc. Balance. Why is balance such a curse word to some? Bitter women and men. Because there's men that believe it should be imbalance in the woman's favor. Like they should always, like you get married and the woman has no responsibilities. That's ridiculous. Um, you're still an adult. You should contribute as a team player. That's almost like back in school where like you had a group work and you had that one person that didn't do crap, but they want to put their name on it, to take credit with everybody else. Like, nah. You didn't contribute to this, or even somebody like the I got five on it song. Like if you didn't put five on it, you can't get none of this. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said I got another cornball to carry to the women. BS. True. A lot of respectful men. Some men have your back. Some men cook and clean. Exactly. Because before I was married and before I was in a relationship, guess who had to do the cooking and cleaning? Me. You know, um, it's not strange. And anybody, any of the veterans know we have um, quite a bit of experience in cleaning. You know, way more than the females would think. Unless they were military as well. You know, uh, very true. I'm gonna have to hard that one up. So some men out there are taking care of other men's children. Just saying. But those same women or men will look at me like I am the deadbeat, even though I am taking care of somebody else's. And not hesitating, not something where it's like I come in begrudgingly or um, not willing and cheerful. You know what I mean, for lack of better words. Um, Lamont, what's going on? Men are awesome because they won Woman of the Year. Exactly. How embarrassing does it have to be for a female to be runner up for Woman of the Year to a man? To a man. That don't make any kind of sense. I mean, if I was her, I'd sue somebody because that don't make no sense. Um, I believe that in marriage that the two become one. Then how in the world could anyone think that it's okay for the woman to not be participating in all that sort of managing that? Very good. I gotta heart that one up. That's a very good question. Don't know where it gets lost in translation, but that's a great description of it. If you become one, how did you all of a sudden become a child? You know, and like I said, you look at Proverbs 31. It speaks on it. It speaks on it extensively, but they skip over that part. All they want to hear is women are worth more than rubies, and they forget the rest of it. That's all they want to see. That's all they read in Proverbs 31 is that there's some rubies. And some of y'all, it's a red piece of glass. Um, you're on with yes, you're on it with that one. What in the world? Blame the world. um, I'm sorry, but yes, we made it almost all the way through. Appreciate everybody that was in here that clicked share, and the people that stand up. I notice y'all. I notice y'all. I am taking record to the people who showed up. All the people that there's people that talk a good game, and there's people that walk it. Y'all walked it today. Y'all came in. Y'all showed up, despite the fact that it's not a popular for bitter Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey type fans who claim they love men, but they lying through their teeth. Here is proof of that. Look who showed up. Now, if this was something on why women need to be catered to and sucking behind, you know, I think I'd have had like 30 people up in here, But and then even, and I'm gonna have to call him out on it because I don't know if he's responded. But you had them cornballs. It was like, what about why are women awesome? I'm sorry, what? They're so angry by me saying why are men awesome that they want to put why are women awesome. Now, I don't have a problem doing that, but not in replace of. We can do that in addition, but not in replace of. Just to make you, because I know that particular person, you know, does not have the greatest relationship with his dad. You know what I mean? And to me, and I know Patricia might get mad at me at this point, but um, that's not my problem. It's not my concern. You have a bad relationship with your father. It don't affect me none. You know what I mean? Yes, a red piece of glass. Um, it's like it's not my problem that you don't have a good relationship with your father. You know, I have one with mine, and my father's awesome. You know what I mean? Our connection is awesome, and I um, hope that I'm half the man that he is, still to this day. You know what I mean? I'm striving to do that. Um, be a better me every day. Um, Said in my profession, men are treated like a child because of the single moms who don't pick real men and start treating their young male children as their man in a way. Yeah, that's kind of corny too. They think it's cute. Um, so sad, but yes, it's true. To Aishan. So then, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so then they start seeing men like their minor sons and treat them similar, just like what the movie Baby Boy tried to portray. That was a terrible movie. I did not like Baby Boy. A lot of stereotypes and the whole the guy saying, "Hey, I mess with these girls, but I love you." If that ain't the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, you know. But if she would have cheated on him, he would have had a problem with that. I still know where you're coming from, Freddie, but I see your growth too. So keep shining. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Um, just get tired. Because I mean, it didn't start there. Because I mean, I started with like, hey, asking the question. It's like, if I were to come up here and say every guy's father is like my father, y'all would be insulted by it. So why do y'all not think I'm not insulted when you're talking about your fathers as if I should take on that image that my father is just as crappy as yours? No, my father's not as crappy as yours, and I would never disrespect him by even to make you feel better. Screw your feelings. I promise you that. I'll hurt your feelings before I ever disrespect my father. And that goes to anybody, man, woman, or child. Look, little kid, your dad sucks. I'm just saying. That's your dad. Like the joke is like, my dad better than your dad. I'm just saying. Better. Um, um, you don't like the truth, that's on you. I'm going to sleep well tonight, knowing I didn't, BS. Yeah, Baby Boy was terrible. So was Best Man. That was terrible too. Um, and to me, John Q is one of the most uplifting or respecting the man's character of a movie that I can think of. You know, where he's, like I said, willing to give his life to make sure his son does not, you know, to make sure his son survives, has the the, the best chance of surviving. You know, granted, they did have old girl in there. She wasn't the best mom or wife or what have you, but there were some powerful statements in there. In the movie John Q, didn't get all the props it should have, in my opinion. I'm telling you, that's a rough movie to watch. I can't watch that. Um, um, More than I think I've watched that maybe 5 times total. It's a tough movie to watch, but it's awesome. Um, See, it's starting to mess up again. Okay, so then they start seeing men like the. Oh, wait a minute, that is from before. Okay, I already seen that over here. Gotcha. Yeah, so that's still messing up from over there. All right, I have not picked a topic for Friday, so it's still up in the air. I want to say somebody sent me a couple of them, but I think they're more for a Monday and Wednesday. So we're gonna see how I can situate them to see which one's gonna be first, or what order they're gonna be in. But I appreciate everybody that came through. Yeah, it's a rough one. If I hadn't lost my tear ducts in the war, I probably would probably shed a couple tears on John Q. But what I'm saying? I can't. Mm-mm. Ain't no tear, ain't no crying in baseball. You know what I mean? But it's a tough one to watch. Um, but still the king over here. Thump my chest. You know how we do. Um, But I appreciate everybody here. Appreciate it. The people who support me, support the show, and we're gonna be doing some big things. Just watch. We're gonna reflect back a year from today and see. Yeah, this is how we looked. 2019, December 2019. You know, look back on the progress or what have you, and the Walters, the Patricias, the Lysandras, the Derricks, the Cubas, um, the Bruces, all of y'all, you know, D Smalls, the Tanyas, the Tay Max, um, the Yolandas with the E's, Ishan, I see you. Um, I don't forget. Uh, hey, look, both of y'all. I'm gonna get both of y'all. Hey, I'm watching y'all. I got 4 eyes to watch both of y'all. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely, Derek. I think that's his best movie outside. Of course, Equalizer 2 and 1. But yeah, John Q was crazy. It was crazy. I did not expect that to go down like that, but I'm glad he survived and everything. He had to do some time for it, but he did what he had to do to ensure his son survived. And it was so um, fitting that it was a careless white girl that lost her heart because she just was so impatient, and that saved the boy. But yeah, when he made that statement talking about something, no, my son's gonna live. That's not an option. My son dying is not an option. You know, uh, I can see that. You know what I mean? But but not trying to get too mushy at the end. I appreciate you, Walter. I think we did an awesome job today. Remember, you're never too big to learn. You're never too small to teach. So we can learn and learn from each other and teach each other as well. I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Another great show. Appreciate y'all. Um, we'll have something come Friday. Have an awesome evening. This is Freddy Chico Show, and I'm your host, Freddy Chico, and I am out.